I think the current iteration of the nasheed industry has been a colossal failure. And I think that it's time for us to return back to Al Quran, especially in light of this whole Mu'adh scandal. I think it's important for us to rethink exactly the direction that we're going as an ummah, that we're propagating these vocals only nasheeds. I mean, I've made nasheeds and astaghfirullah, which I've repented for. I've made music and I recite the Quran. So I'm pretty much well aware of the interplay and dynamics of the fact that the vocals only nasheed, the current iteration, I'm not going to name any names, but the current iteration of it is basically vocal synths that would be relatively indistinguishable from a real instrument. It's basically like a modern technological application of what an instrument would be, and we're considering it to be halal. As far as putting people on pedestals and kind of making them into influencers that we follow and give them basically platforms and access to the vulnerable in our communities, I think that's honestly a separate discussion. I would like to frame this one as purely nasheed, and I know I'm going to get some comments that say that even instruments are halal. I'm going to get some comments that say that nasheeds are very good. It's a different outlet for creativity than Al-Quran. And I'm biased, right? Like, I literally left nasheeds. My last nasheed that I made is at the basically end of last year, and I've been having these thoughts for like the last 7-8 months. But I think that it's basically become Chantix for the smoker, or a nicotine patch for the smoker when it comes to the music addict now listening to nasheeds. And I think it's important that we return back to the Quran and have the kids of this generation listen to it. For those that are not 100% in on my vision for the ummah, that we go back to the Quran instead of these vocals only nasheeds, I would like you to think about something. And I would like you to think about a risk-benefit analysis for nasheeds versus the Quran, for example. Like, ultimately, we have to weigh out our options as risks and benefit. And I don't think that increased creativity or increased expression is worth what we're seeing the evils could potentially be, and how we are reacting as a community to the vocals only scene basically just being singers, right? I mean, there's very little delineation between a concert of vocals only nasheeds and a concert of a singer.